A week after U.S. forces captured ousted Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, looming questions remain. Who is running the country now, and how will it impact us here at home?
After U.S. forces launched a large-scale strike in Venezuela's capital and seized President Nicolas Maduro and his wife, the mood in Caracas remains tense. After Maduro's arrest, the Venezuelan government declared a state of emergency and stepped up patrols and checkpoints to try to maintain control amid heightened tensions. Venezuelan migrants around the world, including some now living here in Idaho, said that the U.S. operation brought them a sense of relief and hope for change.
My first reaction was so happiness.
Javier Hurtado moved from Venezuela more than a decade ago. He says that he was at home when his family called from Caracas.
And I was watching a movie with my wife, and then I got a call from them. That was January 3rd. And then I got the call from them saying, hey, something is happening in the capital.
Javier says when he looked on social media to confirm the news, his family started celebrating.
We saw the news from President Trump. You know, like we were waiting for this for over 20 years, and finally it's here.
Javier says Maduro lost his election last year and was not the proper president of Venezuela. He thinks this U.S. action brings accountability and change.
That's why all Venezuelans were celebrating this recent news. But this is a huge first step towards freedom.
However, University of Idaho political professor Florian Jaswan says this situation may be more complex than it seems.
The United States said that it was going to run the country, but it wasn't immediately clear how it was going to go about this. Venezuela has a very active and very popular opposition movement, and they had high hopes that they were going to be in charge following the U.S. operation.
Many leaders around the world are condemning the operation, calling it an illegal invasion. Jaswan says that this could potentially cause broader global instability.
And it might actually motivate other countries, such as China or Russia, to do something similar.
Jaswan also says that the operation may have also violated international law.
There is both customary international law, but also written international law, such as the UN Charter, that pretty clearly dictate that you can't just use your military and remove a political leader from that country.